Okay, guys, welcome back to Canadian Gamers. Obviously, I'm not Canadian as I've said in other episodes, but Jared is out busy with school. Steven has his children. Responsibilities first always comes first, guys, obviously. So I'm back in the saddle to make another podcast. And this podcast is mostly going to focus on RPGs, upcoming RPGs, mostly for the Nintendo Switch, but not all from Nintendo Switch. You'll see in a second. We're going to talk about some upcoming games. Only a few. I wanted to list more, but this is going to be a special kind of podcast, and you guys will see in a bit. It's going to have kind of hybrid, actually. You'll see when I start it up. So let's go ahead and start. First things first, Switch and upcoming RPGs coming on the system and other platforms. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Remastered Edition. It's been over 16 years since the game came out in Japan in 2003, 2004 for North America. It's been obviously remastered. If you guys look up the videos, I kind of going to start trying to see about editing stuff for these podcasts. Actually include real videos of each game we're talking about and have it running in the background. It's been remastered and stuff like that. It still looks pretty faithful to the original, actually. It's not drastically different, which is fine. I thought the original actually looked very good for the GameCube back in the day. I thought it was one of the best looking RPGs for the system had at the time. People were kind of disappointed that it wasn't the major or the main Final Fantasy series, but that's okay. I think if I remember it right, it was the first time a Nintendo system had a Final Fantasy since '97 or something like that. As you guys all know, Final Fantasy VII was starting out as a Nintendo 64 game, but it had switched to PlayStation because of the media choice that Nintendo had. Nintendo stuck to old ways of cartridges. It just couldn't hold what was required for what Square required for their game. So it ended up being on PlayStation, the original PlayStation, which was probably very interesting history about the PlayStation and what happened with the Nintendo. It's funny because I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys know this, but PlayStation was originally designed to be an add-on for the Super NES, but the Nintendo at the last minute backed out, and the rest is history, as we know what happened after that. So it's going to have multiplayer up to 4 players, this time online, guys, online. I remember back in the day, I think I even talked to Jared about it, was I thought it was such a missed opportunity that Crystal Chronicles didn't have online support for the GameCube, and the GameCube had online. It wasn't huge at the time, but it still supported it. And this Crystal Chronicles for the GameCube had gimmicky stuff, like where the first person could use a GameCube controller, if I remember right, and then everyone else had to use a Game Boy Advance with a cable link. Good luck with that, guys. How many friends? Who's going to have 3 Game Boy Advances at home, or friends would have the system? It's possible. Game Boy Advance was a huge system, but it was gimmicky, and I'm pretty sure most people didn't take advantage of that feature, and the game was pretty much built from the ground up to be multiplayer, so I think that really hurt it. So I think that's a huge improvement, obviously, with the Switch. It's portable. It's an RPG. I don't remember if the story was that great back then. It was probably serviceable, though, guys. It's not the most epic, but, it probably gets the job done. The visuals, I think, are pretty top-notch, and as you guys all know, I'm not a fan of anime, so I like those visuals, and it's saying a lot coming, when it's a Japanese-based. I just never got into anime. It's going to be released on the Switch, the PlayStation 4, and iOS and Android devices. So you're going to have, various options for this RPG. So it's not just a Switch exclusive like the original Final Fantasy Chronicles was a GameCube exclusive when it came out 16 years ago. So we gotta have that to look forward to. And there is a good chance, I'm not saying 100% because I never played the original one. I don't know even if I bought it. I think I didn't buy it because the reviews weren't that great. And it was mostly a multiplayer game. But this, like I said, with the Switch, issue is going to be resolved. So there's a good chance we'll have a Let's Play series for the site. I can't promise that one, but there's a good chance. Especially we could maybe find some people in Discord who will do some multiplayer with me for streaming and stuff like that. It'd be kind of a lot of fun. As you all know, we have some regulars on the channel, and they've been partaking in For the King, Aramello, and what else? War Grooves. So it'd be kind of nice and interesting to see. Oh, and of course, Dragon Quest X. We all know who we're talking about. No introductions are needed there, so we appreciate everything she does. And of course, also another individual, Matt, who's been in a lot of our Aramello series. So it's good stuff. So next up, we're going to talk about, this is a Nintendo Switch exclusive, and it needs no introduction. We're going to talk about Pokemon Sword and Shield. If you guys know, right now there's a lot of people been playing it. The first couple hours, or at least an hour of the game and demo, and the feedback on the media has been actually really good. They said the wild area makes the game, or it's one of the major components of it. And you get into the wild area very early on in the game, about after the first hour you're there. So they're saying Nintendo really is focusing on getting players there as soon as possible. And the wild area is supposed to be huge, which is really good. And they go on about how the visuals, some say a little bit on the mixed side. Some say it's obviously much better than the old handheld versions, obviously. But it seems like it's held back, almost like if Game Freak didn't have the experience or didn't want to put the effort into making the visuals much better than they are. But they said they're good. So we have that to look forward to. They also talk about the UK theme. This new land or new area in Pokemon region is UK theme, and they said they've done a really excellent job on portraying that in there, like pubs, trolleys, landscapes, the cottages, stuff like that. So that makes me very happy, because I'm actually part English, if you guys don't know. So it's kind of cool to pay a little homage to some ancestry I have. So I'm really looking forward to the UK theme and seeing all the little bells and whistles and the little stuff like that they're talking about. Not all the stuff was great, though, or at least some of the feedback. Some of it we already knew, but we're going to discuss it anyways and some of my feelings on it. I've talked to Jared about this extensively over the years about Pokemon in the battle system. And that's one of the things they're talking about. The battle system is pretty much identical to the other series. Maybe a little... the menus look different. Obviously, it looks nice. But the core, they kept it traditional, which we all knew was going to happen. But that's still not going to give me the opportunity to talk about it. I think, I also talked about... we see... Dragon Quest in the background. Also, Dragon Quest. It's like sometimes I think the fans hold back series. And what I mean by that is, let's be honest, would we all be playing Zelda if it was still over the head 2.5D? Well, actually, that's a bad question, since Awakening's done pretty well, right? So obviously there's a market for it. But what I mean is, like Metroid, Zelda, they progressed. Even Mario progressed from their roots. And to me, series need to continue doing that. Because I'll tell you right now, I stopped playing Pokemon for a long time. And I didn't even never really... Steven tried to get me back into it. I actually played... was it the 3DS or the DS version of it? And I did play it for a bit. I didn't stick with it, though. But I had fun. A lot of it was because of the visuals upgrade. But it's just the core gameplay is old. And it's kind of boring, guys. I'm going to say it right now. Obviously... a lot of you guys are going to probably hate what I just said or don't agree with me. That's fine. But the core of Pokemon has always been about collecting monsters and the player versus player element, which now that's online, that's something that's very attractive to me. Of course, it's been online for a while now. But I kind of sad to see that they didn't try to improve the core mechanics of the game. It needs it, guys. It's needed. It's stuck in the 8-bit era, and it needs to get up to... It's almost 2020, and we're still playing an 8-bit game. Gameplay, and it's ridiculous. I don't like it. I know Steven's probably going to give me hell for that, but sorry, dude. That's how I feel. Also, another thing that we knew wasn't going to be there, but I'm very disappointed, is no voice acting. Just the same sound effects that the series have always had, the little ring, which sucks, because I knew it wasn't going to have voice acting, guys, and I'm kind of being hard on it, but at the same time, I'm still looking really forward to the game. But voice acting, to me, just gives such a much better presentation. It allows you to become more involved or care more, or become more enthralled, I guess you want to say, or I don't know. You know what I'm saying, where you become more invested in the characters in the game when it's voice acting. And again, Even Mario's getting voice acting. Even Zelda, which Zelda, it's ridiculous they took so long to add it. It just makes it all better. Like Dragon Quest 11, I'm loving this game, but I guarantee you I'm loving it a lot more because of the voice acting. Like Veronica fits her character. Eric, what's that other guy? The flamboyant one. He's sorry, get rid of that little fly. He's really cool because of his voice and his character. Text doesn't convey that. I'm sorry, reading text is not going to be the same way, same kind of feeling and love for characters and story if you just without voice acting. It's a minor thing, I know, and I'll probably won't get a lot of support in that, but I think it's kind of sad that Game Freak didn't invest a lot more into the presentation of Pokemon when they could have. You know, Japanese, especially Nintendo, is a very conservative company, and it's kind of good and it's kind of bad at the same time. But there's some other cool things, though. They are progressing this series forward, and that's good to hear. They're not afraid of using a pretty epic cutscenes now. They're like, you see a player starting into a stadium with people cheering. You've seen this probably in the, if you look up on footage online. I hear the intro of the starter Pokemon have some little bit of cutscenes. So that is awesome, guys. Stuff like that, to me, makes the game that much better. Because I love that kind of stuff, especially RPGs, right? It makes games. RPGs are supposed to be about stories. And Pokemon, if you think about it, has virtually no story at all. It's just, you want to be the best, and that's it. So that's really good to see. And they said the end game is going to follow more of the anime series as well. At the end, you're going to be entering a tournament to become the best of the best. And that's very cool. That's awesome. I can't wait to see that. See how they're going to present it in the game. So a tournament type thing like they have in Ash Ketchum does in the TV and the anime series. So that's kind of nice. So yeah, they're going to really follow the anime series more, they said, for this game, which is good. Little baby steps, guys. Baby steps. It's obviously released November 15th. So got the near future, less than a month now, when we'll have it, and the channel will feature a let's play and hopefully co-op with Steven. I think that the game, the rating will be Steven and I will be able to co-op, so it'll be on a weekend thing or whenever he gets availability, we'll do that. So we have that looking forward to, guys. Definitely gonna have a let's play. Okay, so speaking of Pokemon and the Game Freak, I should have got some water, guys, because my throat's gonna be dead after this. Just came out for the Nintendo Switch is Little Town Hero. And I was actually going to pick this up day one, but the reviews have been very unkind to the game. Is it Game Freak's miss or hit, or it's or what? There's some issues with it. One, the visuals they say are all awesome. No one complains about that. They say the battles system is unique. It's like a combination of a card game plus board game, which, believe me, I'm all for that, guys. Slay the Spire. You saw that Steam World Steam World Quest I played a little while ago, which we're going to bring back to this channel. That kind of gameplay I'm all for. They said it could be very unforgiving and frustrating, which is not good. Oh, I'm looking at the script here, guys. Oh, scripts lately makes, I think, a better podcast. Which makes the game not fun at all, and especially when you're sitting there hoping that you'd roll the ideas. Basically, the ideas, and there's another word for it, I forgot, that they're basically cards that come up and you only get a certain amount at a time. So that kind of sucks that you're sitting there and the boss has like 5 attacks or 5 ideas that they can use against you, and you're sitting there like, oh shoot. So it's very bad, very unfortunate to hear. I was going to pick it up, but I'm not sure about that. I hear it's a love-hate relationship, and that it's kind of risky. It is only a $24.99 game, so maybe you're getting what you pay for. But it is good to see Game Freak really trying to come up with something unique. And they said this game's being held back by its difficulties, which is funny because Pokemon's too easy. Little Town Hero is too hard. Why couldn't it meet in the middle and be a little bit more fine-tuned? But we do want to know, has anyone here played Little Town Hero? Have you guys played it? What do you think? You love it? You hate it? Please leave your comments. We'd really appreciate to see what you think and share your information. Okay. Another game that's not Japanese-based, it's a Western RPG. The Witcher is out for The Witcher 3 is out for the Nintendo Switch. That is going to be a upcoming Let's Play series in the future for the channel, and the reviews have been good. Obviously, the Switch has graphical issues, graphical limitations. It's not going to be high-end for the PC. I got a nice PC. I could run it on there, guys, and showcase you on the superior system. But I want to support this game on the Switch for a couple of reasons. One, I want more games like that coming for Nintendo in the future, not just necessarily the Switch, but long term. Two, I think developers should be rewarded for their hard work when they deserve it. And three, I love the idea of playing The Witcher 3 on the go, in bed. You know, maybe I'm driving on a long road trip, stuff like that. So the mobility factor, to me, will make up for the lack of visuals. They said the 3D models are actually pretty damn close to the other system, PlayStation 4, placed, and of course the PC, but the backgrounds are blurrier, a little bit more watered down and not as detailed, and it can have some hiccups. But even though I heard the console version can have a hiccup as well, but I think, guys, if you really like great RPGs, The Witcher 3 is one of the best RPGs out there on any system. You cannot go wrong. And if you obviously have the PC, I would recommend that. But if you have the Nintendo Switch, I would probably really consider getting it if you don't have a PC that's beefy enough to run it on the high end. Obviously, if you're only into visuals, then it's a no-brainer. But I think you really, guys, give the Nintendo Switch version a try. I think you'll enjoy it. Another game we're going to get for the Nintendo Switch. Oh, and Witcher, like I said, Witcher 3 is out, just in case. I think I did say it. But anyways, Disgaea 4 Complete Plus. Can't wait for that. I played the original Disgaea. I think it was PlayStation, or was it PlayStation 2? I can't remember. It's been years. I played that series and I loved it. I loved the theme. I loved the art style. Like I said, I'm not a fan of anime, but this one actually really was awesome for me because it was little teeny character sprites, and it was awesome, quirky, funny story. So yeah, Disgaea 4 Complete Plus for Nintendo Switch comes out on October 29th. So it's only 10 days away, guys. Can't get here fast enough. Let's see. It will be a future Let's Play series. And this is which is really cool, is on Nintendo's official website. If you buy it digital, it's only $39.99 USD, and physical is $49.99. So I've always talked to Jared and Steven about this. I was like, why is it that the physical and digital are usually almost the same price, right? It doesn't make sense. They're cutting out third-party manufacturing costs. The digital should give you a substantial amount of savings. To me, at least $50 to $20. Obviously, that's never going to happen, but it's good to see that Disgaea 4 Complete Edition will be cheap, $10 cheaper than the physical counterpart. I love that. I hope that continues. Now, obviously, people are collectors out there. They don't want to get digital. There's a lot of issues with digital on console. PC, we've been on digital for years. It's not such a big deal, right? But I've noticed my console brother-in, I should call him, have an issue with that. And I can understand why, because they make some valid points. One, if it's $49.99 for Disgaea 4 or any game, physical and digital, there's really no incentive to get the digital version because you're not making any savings. Two, years from now, when the Nintendo Switch is, well, this is more on the PC, I think, side, anyways, people make this argument is that you got to play it physical when the online service is gone, but that could be true. But with Nintendo Switch, I don't think it works that way. With PC, like if Steam ever goes offline one day, oh shoot, you suck, because a lot of those games require you to be on Steam to work, so you're shit out of luck. So I can understand that aspect of it, that I'll always be able to play my game 20 years from now because I have a physical copy, which that's a valid point. I'm not going to disagree with that, but I prefer digital over physical any day of the week, unless there's sometimes this happens where the physical actually ends up being on sale and the digital's not. So there is variations in the pricing, but I like digital because I don't have to worry about storage. And two, honestly, guys, I don't go back. Once it's extremely rare will I open up my NES, N64, GameCube and replay a game again. It just doesn't happen. I know obviously everyone's different, and you guys might. So there is that, but I'm not like this, so I don't really care. And also, Disgaea 4 is coming to PlayStation 4. So Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4. It's not a Switch exclusive. So that's good for PlayStation 4 fans. And I don't think this game's going to... they're 2D sprites, cartoon graphic type stuff. So it's going to be identical for both systems. I don't see PlayStation having an edge. It might have a little bit better resolution, but who knows? All right, so next up we're going to talk about some more eShop sales. The sales, there's a handful of games I selected that are really good discounts right now on Nintendo's eShops. Both in this list is either UK or United States or just US. So the sale ends October 21st and October 22nd. Depends on the game. So you guys got a few days. This video podcast is going to be out on tomorrow, which is Sunday. So you still have a couple of days to get some of these games. First up on my list, I got Tales of Vesperia. It is 50% off right now. It was $49.99. It is now $24.99 USD. It's on the US eShop only, but as Switch is region free, so if you're in the UK or Asia or something like that, you could switch over and get the game, so you don't have to worry about exclusive issues with that. So that's a big savings, 50% off, for which is supposed to be a really good game. I'm most likely going to pick that up on sale, guys, and it will be a Let's Play in the future, where we still got to finish up Dragon Quest XI first, and we're doing really good progression. We're deep into Act 2 right now, and I know Steve and Jared are going to give me a hard time. They finished Switch version before I did. That is what, like I said, that's what happens when you only play it online streaming. I don't play it offline, so I'm limited to that. All right, so next up we have X-Morph Defense at 50% off. It is an interesting game, which I will be buying most likely. I'll probably get it on sale because it was $19.99. Now it is $9.99 USD on the US and UK eShops. And it is a hybrid. I like tower defense games. It is a tower defense game, shooter hybrid, meaning if you guys look up the footage for it, there's a path. The enemies come down a path. You set up towers, just like any tower defense game. You upgrade them like any defense game. But you get into a shooter, or it gets into a spaceship or a ship, and you can actually directly control the shooting to help your towers out and stuff like that. So that's awesome. I love the idea of that. And it's gotten really good reviews. So it's on sale for 50% up. So if you guys like tower defense hybrid games, go ahead and give that a shot. Also up is another game I'm really interested in. I've looked into some reviews that are kind of mixed. Some love it, some not so much. The Flame in the Flood is 60% off. It was $14.99. Now it is $5.24 USD. For that price, you just can't go wrong, even if it's kind of maybe a little bit of an issue that might not be worth the full price, but for $5, you can't go out. Starbucks right there, guys. Starbucks coffee. US and UK eShops. So I'm looking forward to that. I might pick it up. Another game that is recommended, and I don't know much about it, but is Snake Pass. 50% off. It was $19.99. Now it's $6.99 USD. It's on US and UK eShops on sale, so that's interesting. If you guys kind of look like a platform, it's gotten some good reviews, so you guys might want to keep an eye on that. Also, Little Nightmares Complete Edition, 66% off right now. It was $29.99. Now it is $10.19 USD, and it's only on sale on the US eShop. So that game needs no introduction. A lot of people played it. It is probably one of the best indie titles out there. Perfect time to pick it up, guys. 66% off, and it's supposed to be really good even on the Nintendo Switch. So I highly recommend that, even though I haven't played it, but I'm just going off feedback and what some of my friends what they played. So we have One Piece Unlimited World Red Deluxe Edition, 70% off right now. It was $39.99. Now it's $11.99. It's on sale in the US eShop only. So I don't know what to think of it. It's heavy anime, and the visuals they're not for me. But if you guys are interested in that, a 70% off. They don't come every day, and that's a huge upgrade. Sale. You might guys want to check it out. I hear it's actually a good game. Another game that's out is Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse 2 is 75% off. It was $49.99. It is now $12.49 USD, only on sale on the US eShop. There's a lot more other titles on sale right now, guys, so you might want to check that out. I just grabbed some of the big hitters, some of the ones that have the best recommend kind of games you could recommend, also the ones that have the biggest amount of savings. So I thought that was pretty cool to talk about. All right, so we're going to do a quick edit, and we're going to start the next the next part of this podcast, and it's a hybrid. Like I said, we normally podcast is just us talking. Usually we have another person, so I can't keep going forever just talking to myself and telling you guys future content we want in this podcast, which is featuring all RPGs. But this is an indie game that's coming up, and it looks amazing to me. And we actually have a playable demo. So like I said, this is a hybrid podcast this time. Normally we don't have gameplay, actual me playing or Jared and Steven playing actual games. We talk. But since it's only me, the one-man show this week, I don't want to sit another hour just chit-chatting you guys. Let's play something cool. So it's almost like an indie corner plus podcast. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and we will be right back, guys. Okay, guys, we're back. Just edited out the setup, but we are going to play tonight a demo that's a playable demo on stream for Chris Tales. It is a Colombian Japanese game. I'm sorry, Japanese RPG. Let me tell you a little bit of it first here. It is Chris Tales is a glorious indie love letter to classic Japanese RPGs with a new perspective. Peer into the past, act in the present, and watch your choices dramatically change the future. All on one screen as you play. It is coming out on Steam for Windows, then the Nintendo Switch and PlayStation 4 in the future, and it is supposed to, and Xbox One. Can't forget the Xbox, guys. So it's all the consoles released in 2020. But let's go ahead and watch this video. It is on Steam. You can guys watch it yourself. I'm figuring they'll do a much better job than me explaining the game.
Hola a todos, I'm Carlos Rocha. I'm the studio head of Dreams Incorporated and the SIG team, and we're really hard at work here in Colombia, making a really awesome experience for all of you guys, and we're really excited about everything that you guys have told us, how excited you are for the game, how excited you were for the demo, and we really want to share a lot more information with you guys, so I'll leave that to Derek, who's the producer back at Modus Games, who's our publisher, because we really need to get back to work to be making that awesome experience that you're all going to enjoy. So, buena suerte and bye-bye.
Hi everybody, I'm Derek Neal. I'm the executive producer on Chris Tales at Modus Games. And as you guys probably saw, we just released a public demo of this game, and we were completely blown away by the positive reception that it got. Thank you guys so much for all of the support, the thoughts and questions that have come in, the activity on our Discord server and Twitter. We really appreciate it. Of course, this was just a demo. It's about 45-minute introductory experience. There's a lot more to come though, and a lot of cool things we're planning for this game that we haven't gotten a chance to talk about yet. So I'd like to take this opportunity to talk about some of those things with you, and also go over some of the feedback we got from the demo, and what our plans are to change some of it based on that feedback. So let's get into it. So first, let's talk about some numbers. We made what we thought would be a 45-minute introductory experience, and for the sort of average player, it did take about that. I think the average amount of time played in the game was about 50 minutes. But actually, there were a lot of people that spent 2-3 hours in the game, and that really blew us away. Turns out that a lot of people just wanted to wander all over the place, look at all of the beautiful art, check out how the characters and the buildings and the world change across past, present, and future. And that was really humbling. It really showed us that we were on the right direction, and that people really cared and were passionate about the product that we were trying to put together. Another thing that we asked is how people would rate the experience overall. On a scale out of 1 to 10, how good did you think this was, and how good do you think the final product is going to be? And again, we were blown away by the reaction. As you can see, it was mostly 8s, 9s, and 10s, and the average score was a little over 8.5 out of 10. Which, for a demo that we had just put out at the launch of this game, and still tons of work and polish and love to go into it, also completely blew us away. The other thing that was really interesting about it is how many of you, basically all of you, said that you would want to recommend this game to a friend. More than 9 out of 10 of you came back to say that this is something that they would like to recommend, and again, we were blown away by that. Okay, so now let's dive into some of the specifics. Things you guys liked, things you guys had some feedback on. So first of all, things that people said they loved, the art. That was far and away one of the most commented things, and we totally agree. It's all hand-drawn, it's breathtaking, and we're glad you guys enjoyed it as much as we did. Another thing that people mentioned they liked a lot was the combat. You know, the timing-based systems that are kind of reminiscent of Paper Mario, Legend of Dragoon, games like that. The turn-based classic Japanese RPG combat, people seem to be very fond of. The time mechanics are another thing that people said that they really liked, that they enjoyed being able to walk around and see how everything changed and solve puzzles using the different parts of the timeline. Also very exciting. Another thing a lot of people called out was the music. And actually there were 2 different composers that worked on this game. The one who did the main theme for the town of Narim, that was Norihiko Hibino-san. And then all the rest of the music was done by a person who's better known as Composer in the Mario Maker community. And he's been doing music for ROM hacks and indie games and things like that for a while now. And he did an absolutely fantastic job with all of this. And one last thing that people called out as something they really liked were the character designs. And this is a place where Carlos and his team were really heavily inspired by their Colombian heritage, taking all of the colors and the patterns and the fabrics of the land of Colombia, the central cities to the coastal regions, and working all of those themes into all of the characters that are all over the towns and all over the world, giving each of them their own backgrounds, their own stories that you can see as you run past them and see how they change in the past, the present, and the future. Another thing that some of you have brought to our attention is that there are some errors with the way some of the voice work has been implemented. So for example, at the end of the demo, there's a line where Farmer Robert says, "Industrialization project."
You wanted this land for your industrialization project.
And it sounds very strange. We're going to get that re-recorded. There's also a couple of areas where the audio balancing isn't right, it's too quiet or too loud. And then there's actually some areas where the voiceover lines don't start quickly enough. That's because there's some unnecessary dead space at the start of those lines that we'll be cutting out and get those all together so that it works correctly in the final version. Of course, we want to make sure everyone can have an experience with the game that they enjoy, so we're going to include a settings menu that has the ability to turn on and off all sorts of options, including the voices, the music, the sound effects, and more. One final thing in this area to talk about is the combat. While a lot of people said how much they liked it, they liked the timing systems and how it's similar to old school JRPGs, some people did say that it seemed fairly simple. And that's sort of interesting for us because we have a lot of very complex things planned for it in the future, some of which I'd like to share with you now. So for example, you may have noticed that in the demo, there's a bar at the top of the screen that shows the turn order of all of the enemies and all of your characters. Well, that's something, as this is a game that is about manipulating time, that's actually something that you're expected to be able to play around with in the future. And this opens up a lot of interesting possibilities, not just moving people around so that they can act faster or slower, but also actually manipulating time. For example, if you've been injured and you want to heal that character, maybe you send them back in time to before they took damage. Or if someone's been poisoned and you want to kill them faster, send them forward in time to a point where they've already taken a bunch of poison damage. Similarly, you can do things with ice status effects. If someone's frozen and he's about to recover and about to wake up, send him back in time to when the status effect was fresher and he's going to be frozen for even longer. There's actually a lot of strategy that's added by the ability to mess with the turn order and also all the strange ways it can interact with status effects.
How clever!
But the truth is, even that is just the tip of the iceberg for what we have planned for the combat. Another thing that we plan to implement are team attacks between the different characters. And this is very similar to the tech system from Chrono Trigger, things like that. Depending on who you have in your party, you'll have access to different team attacks that use their special powers. And so crafting your party and making use of those attacks is another key part of the strategy. Finally, each character has their own special gimmicks, their own special abilities that interact with time, with the battlefield, and with other characters in interesting ways. Of course, there's a ton more to talk about with this particular game, and if I could, I would stand here and tell you guys about it all day long. But unfortunately, we do have to save something for the future. Well, one of those things we're going to be talking about in the future is the story of the game. We do have some very complicated story with a lot of twists and turns, and we're really excited to be able to share that with you guys in the coming weeks and months. If you'd like to get updates about that, more general updates about development, please follow us on social media, join our Discord server, and if you do join us on Discord or if you have a Reddit account, you'll also be able to join our AMA, which is happening on July 30th. We hope to see you there, and I'll see you in the future.
Okay guys, we're back. So, what do you guys think of that video? Some interesting stuff about the time mechanics, about how they could take a person or a creature and put them from into the future to do more damage, or they had taken more damage over time from like a poison, or keep them frozen or healed, take them back in time. So it's really interesting, and it's like I said, very interesting concepts, and let's see how it pans out. But this is the demo. You can get it on Steam right now. I am going to play the whole thing for you guys, so I think you'll enjoy that. Love the art style, by the way, guys. Love the art style. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take my ugly mug off. We'll get rid of my face cam so you guys can enjoy the visuals 100%. So before we do that, though, well, we'll do it right away. Okay, guys, I'm going to take away the webcam, and then when I'm done, I'll bring it back. All right. See you in a second. We're at the end of it. Alright, let's go here, play. And hopefully the audio is good.
They're trying to reach the town!
This is a real fight, Crisbell. Time to use your new skills!
Very sharp visual. I don't have it on ultra high. I have it on high just because I want it to run smooth for the recording. But I could put this up all the way. I actually should. But well, when we play this game in the future, I'm pretty sure I'm going to get it. We'll notch it up to ultra high.
Be swift, be precise. First, select attack, and then choose your target. Finally, just as the attack connects, press the button one more time to do a double slash.
Okay.
Be cautious. Watch for your opponent's attack and press the button right when they hit you to block most of the damage.
Ooh.
Ow!
Didn't do it fast enough. Damn.
Careful, Crisbell. It will strike again. Make sure you press the button right when the attack hits you to block it.
There we go.
Nicely done. Now give it your all. Finish it off. Well done, Crisbell, but I'm afraid our work is not done here.
I love the little frog.
Who are you supposed to be?
Hello, my name is...
Tell me if we survive. You know how to fight?
Well, I've had his voice acting. Christopher. I wonder if he's a star.
Let us show him.
Alright, so we're going to select... Ooh. Nice. Nice. Alright. I wonder if we can use skills. It probably not. It doesn't look... Oh, okay. Figured.
Not bad. I'm Christopher, by the way.
Crisbell.
Everyone's Chris in this game. I love the menu system, guys. It's pretty cool. I don't think I'm blocking well enough there. Shoot. Alright, cool.
There. That's two less of them. Been chasing those things since I left St. Clarity.
Got to stop them before they reach town.
And exactly how do you plan to do that?
Hold your ground. They won't get past us.
Interesting. A boss. Look at these.
Look, Volcano! They broke our poor goblins! How adorable! Can we keep them?
Gally, we've talked about this. No more pets until...
Yeah, it's very Japanese influence. You can tell it's kind of that Japanese kind of tone, funny dialogue. Kind of reminds me of Disgaea, actually. Oh, the voice acting, I mean.
Till I stop murdering them. I know. I just want to play. Not my fault they're all so squishy.
Oh, and that's why we can't have nice things.
Alright, so I'm next. My Christopher's after me, and then they attack, and then etc. etc. We don't have any skills, so we're going to do all that. Oh, well.
It didn't work. We can't touch them.
Ooh. I wonder what water does. That does
Not
do
even a scratch?
does some kind of debuff.
Amateurs.
We can't take much more of this.
Crisbell, it is time! Use the crystals!
The crystals. Wait, my rose!
Crisbell! Crisbell! Where are you? Crisbell!
I better not keep her waiting.
Very cool presentation, guys. I really like it. How to? Okay, use the L left button to move to designated direction. Press A to interact with people or objects. Alright, so ooh, cool.
Crisbell! Finally.
Mother Superior.
Did you prune the roses yet?
I'm sorry, Mother Superior. It's just my rose. The frog, it took it.
Enough, enough. I've seen that look before. Find that rose, then hurry back. There's work to do and no time to waste. Go on.
I really like the visuals, guys. I love the art.
Yes, Mother Superior. Thank you, Mother Superior.
It is kind of anime focused, I guess. It's kind of funny, like I said, I'm not an anime fan, but it's still, I think it's clean. It's not quite Japanese, though.
And be careful. I worry about you.
Alright, so this guy, over here, right? Over here, let's talk to this lady.
I miss your grandma, Chris. And how it used to be around here.
Interesting, so even side guys get voice acting. Nice.
If I pick every strawberry right now, maybe I won't have to do it ever again.
I think he went this way now. Oh, is it this way? Path. Okay, press yellow to check out your current objective.
I have to get...
Alright.
I have to get my rose back.
What a lovely day for a walk in the woods.
Man, it's just the same as the Queen in Feria.
Crisbell, what's the hurry?
Good morning, Marco. Have you seen a little yellow frog?
A frog? Well, sure.
Maybe wearing a top hat? Carrying a rose?
Top hat? Then no. Maybe try the mayor's estate? There's always something going on there.
I'll try. Thanks, Marco. Sorry to bother you.
Are you kidding? That's the most interesting thing I'll hear all day.
It's probably up here. Oh, no, wait. You see a trail? Kind of a trail over here.
Check out the cool sticker we found. It's a skull.
Oh, same thing. East is the mayor's estate.
Why would someone do this?
Just looking around, guys.
Yeah. Good morning and all that.
Carpenter Joe, you don't seem very... We can't go further than that. You don't seem very, chipper. Can't go in there.
That Marco is never home. He'll inherit this one day. He should help me take care of it.
Oh, there we go.
Think about the future. It's not just the farms that will be renovated. It's the orphanage, the shops, the whole town.
Your future fouls the land, poisons the water. Goblin raiding parties are burning our fields. Money, power, your precious industry. That's all you care about now.
Sounds like modern man to me.
How dare you? Where's your proof?
Proof? Look around you. Look at our crops.
Then sell your lands, Robert. Don't let it trouble you any longer. It's what's best for the town.
It's best for someone, but not the town. You seem to be doing just fine.
Now see here, I never...
Mr. Mayor, we have a visitor. Hello, Crisbell. What do you want?
Hello, Miss Lana. I was looking for a yellow frog with a top hat.
Of course you were. Try the northern fields. That's where all the little pests go,
May the lady light your way, Crisbell. Too many in town have strayed from her grace.
Oh, thank you. I should go.
I'm just looking around, guys. It's like RP. I might not do this for the demo though. Healing potion bad at your bag. Oh, cool. Should just focus on going, but I love it. Exploring in RPGs. Ooh, you get to meet interesting people like this guard, who doesn't say anything. Look at the little details: the mountains, the butterflies. Yeah, very beautiful visuals. This is probably going to be a must-have for me, guys. I mean, obviously. It's early, but it looks like it has a lot of potential. Where are these north fields? Oh, I think it's up here, right? Yeah. Ah, beautiful. Look at this. I can't wait to put on ultra high. I should have done that for this podcast, but that's all good.
Hi, Polly. How are things?
I don't know, Chris. Between the crops, the monsters, the weather, it never ends.
I'm really impressed for an indie game how much voice acting so far.
I just saw your dad with the mayor. They seemed really angry.
Again? I keep telling him to trust the mayor. We need his soldiers to protect us. But it's always, we give the lady our trust. Everyone else has to earn it.
Sorry, Chris. What's up? I'm looking for a little yellow frog. He was wearing a hat, a top hat. He took my rose.
A frog in a top hat? Only you, Chrisbel. I haven't seen it, but I'll keep my eyes open.
Thanks, Polly. Maybe I should pray to the lady about it.
You have been talking to my father. Well, if you're looking for a miracle, I suppose the cathedral's as good a place as any to try.
There's that froggy going back. Alright, we're gonna go over there, but let's just look down here. Yeah. Oh, see? Revive has been added to your back. Oh, nice. Very cool. Your kid doesn't look like up here, you can go any further. Trail makes it easy to find this little dude. The statues are pretty awesome.
Mother Superior finds out I've come here alone.
A beautiful cathedral indeed. Hold on one second, guys. And I do apologize if you hear the winds in the background. We lost our power actually about an hour or two ago. So hopefully it'll hold up while I'm recording this podcast. I was kind of concerned about it. Rose, but out of your bag.
What's happening? Who's doing this?
Actually, you are. You have opened the crystals of time, Chrisbel.
What are... I mean, how do you know my name?
So many questions. Matthias the Frog, at your service. I have been keeping an eye on you for some time now.
On me? Why?
I suspected you had been chosen, my dear. It appears I was correct.
Chosen? By whom? What are these crystals? Why me?
More questions. The past and the future have revealed themselves to you. Come, see for yourself.
I can't. I don't want this.
Nothing to fear, child. You have much to learn about your powers.
Powers? This is a curse. Why is this even happening?
You're upset. Perfectly understandable. But I know someone who can help. He lives in a little hut down by the lake.
Leave town? Mother Superior will worry.
She would be very worried if she saw you like this.
Is it another talking frog?
If only, but sadly no. Trust me, little one. Let us go immediately.
Alright, so we are the chosen one. Interesting that you notice on the left-hand side, these are being built. On this side, they seem to be decayed. Ah, so the past, present, which right here is the present, in this triangle here. Ah, interesting. In the future over there, very interesting. Oh, look at that. Young, old, very cool.
What am I supposed to tell them? They won't believe me anyway.
A kid? Future, he's a man or a boy, a young man.
What am I...
Alright, so where are we supposed to go now?
Just a little further. We are almost there.
East. I think we're supposed to go here, right? By the lake.
That will not help, Crisbell. Please, let us go to my friend.
Probably down here, I'm assuming. Ooh. Ah, look! That's so cool. Her older and the baby. Interesting, interesting. So, we're supposed to go by the lake. Where is this? It's like the overview map. Ooh, interesting. You could go. I'm assuming this is it. Let's look around. Yeah, it doesn't look like you go much further than that. That's so... It's like overview map. That's cool.
Here we are. He lives just over there in that hut. Perhaps you should let me do the talking.
Ah, see, it's a sapling. A full-grown tree. That's so cool. Decayed in the future. Looks like a lot of death in the future, huh?
Wilhelm, answer the door!
Go away, I'm busy.
Open the door, you pompous child! We have important business!
Matthias? Huh. Idiot frog.
You're a child!
Manners. You're speaking to a revered time mage. Now, who might you be?
Crisbell, sir?
Crisbell has opened both crystals of time!
Ridiculous. Impossible. Why, not even I've been able to.
Yet, it has happened.
No. No. There's something else at work here.
Can someone please tell me what's going on?
Patience. I am Wilhelm the Wise. You, it seems, are a time mage. As am I. And while my powers have led to my youthful appearance, yours are the gift to see possibility.
See possibility.
Possibility? I thought it was the future.
Incorrect. It is a possible future. Perhaps a practical demonstration will help. Take this seed and plant it over there.
You could check items in the menu screen by pressing the... What the hell is that? Alright, so let's try it. Is it this? Oh, okay, there we go. Seed. I'm assuming here. so cool.
Tell me, what do you see in the future?
A tree. It's growing from the seed I planted.
Exactly. A glow fruit tree to be specific. But take care. It will only grow if you care for it. Otherwise, it will wither and die.
So, if I do something in the present, I can affect the future.
Obviously. Has that not always been the case? Now, however, you have the ability to see these future possibilities. So choose your actions accordingly.
I should use this to check up on Mother Superior and my sisters. They'll be wondering where I've gone. Thank you, Wilhelm.
Yes, yes, go to your sisters. You've given me much to ponder, young mage.
Oh, she's fading in and out here.
Her powers. I haven't seen them since... Huh? You're still here?
Interesting, she fades in and out. Ooh. Mana potion. So you see it wasn't in the future, but it's there at present. Okay, cool, cool. Let's go. Too bad I can't get that fruit. Okay, let's go back and see to our sisters and the mother.
No, how could this happen? Matthias, what?
Crisbel, you had me worried.
Mother Superior, you're okay. The orphanage is still here.
Well, of course. What's got you so excited, child? Did something happen?
No, I mean, not yet. I went to get my rose, then Matthias showed me how I could...
Interesting, I didn't
Matthias?
notice that the thing was all messed up.
Yes, he was just here. I need to find him.
At least give me the rose you spent all morning looking for.
Yes, Mother Superior.
Now go find your friend. And don't take all day. You still have to prune these roses.
Matthias?
Where'd he go? Where'd he go? The past, she's younger there. Interesting. It looks like something's messed up, just darker.
Matthias?
I thought it best not to upset your Mother Superior with the appearance of a talking frog.
Oh.
Crisbel, I'm sorry if I upset you by leaving.
No, I mean, yes, but it's the orphanage. I saw its future. Abandoned, empty. How could that happen?
I don't know, but let's look around town. Perhaps your new powers can shed light on this.
Alright, so whoop.
Matthias says it'll upset Mother Superior.
Didn't mean to go there, guys. God, she stands in the same place all these years, eh?
The miller's house and the apothecary's shop, they've been destroyed.
Yes, quite unfortunate.
Unfortunate? The millers are homeless. Without the apothecary, the town has no medicine.
Only in the future, and only if you let it happen.
If I let it happen? But... No, you're right.
Yeah, it's all destroyed.
Yeah. Good morning, I guess.
Can you help me? There's a problem with the houses.
A problem? Great. What did you see, girl?
They're rotting away from the inside. In a few years, there won't be anything left.
You saw rot on the inside? From the outside? Neat trick. Sounds like someone's been telling you stories about ash blight. Happened back when I was a kid. Would have lost most of the town if the old apothecary hadn't brewed up a batch of green leaf tonic.
Can you make some?
Do I look like an apothecary? Go ask June. She's the one who knows about this stuff.
Charming fellow.
Exactly. Charming fella indeed.
Why would someone do this? This will take forever to sort out.
Excuse me, I was wondering if you could help me.
You and half the town. No, I can't. Someone tore the labels off of my mushrooms.
That sounds bad.
Bad? It's terrible. One of these is red button. Good for digestion, great on a salad. One of them is ground death cap. Even the tiniest bit could be deadly. An important distinction, wouldn't you agree? Of course, with no labels, it's impossible to tell them apart.
Can't you just throw them out and make some more?
Sure, of course. It would take weeks to find the mushrooms, days to prepare them. I don't have time to redo it all. My father used to do all of that. He bottled and labeled them years ago.
I'm sorry. I wish I could help.
Me too. It'd be nice to have help around here. Since Dad died, though, I try to keep everything the way he left it. But there are only so many hours in the day. Sorry. I've got to get back to work.
No wonder she's upset. They all look alike.
I suppose they do.
Let me try something. I can't see them in the past at all.
Allow me.
Alright, press X to prepare a time hop, and then press L to make Mateus hop in the best. Okay. Here we go. Oh, he's a little tadpole. Look at that. That's a bit.
Just a little nudge.
Ah, there. Well, this one has a skull on it. I imagine this is the death cap.
saw it today. Some kids were playing with one.
Hey, before we do, let's see if we can talk to them. No.
I should tell June which one the death cap is.
Would she have any reason to believe you?
No, you're right. We need proof. I should tell June which...
Would she have any...
No, you're right.
Alright, proof. So let's go get proof.
Chris, check out the sticker we found. It's a skull.
You took that from June's. Do you know what you've done?
It's only a sticker.
You can't just take things from stores. Especially not the apothecary. Some of her ingredients could be dangerous.
Sorry, Chris.
This is as much proof as we are likely to get.
Miss June, we found your label. It goes on the bottle with the red lid.
Where did you find it?
Some kids took it. They just thought it was a cool skull sticker. I don't think they meant any harm.
Of course they didn't. What's done is done.
Ah, she's chipper too, huh?
I'll talk to their parents about this later. Thank you, Crispell. I really appreciate all you've done.
This might be a good time to ask her about the tonic.
Crispell, was there something you needed?
Yes. Do you know how to make green leaf tonic?
Of course. Unfortunately, I don't have any glow fruit in stock. It's very rare and it doesn't keep.
Ah, aha.
Not many uses for it, but it's essential for green leaf tonic.
Is there any glow fruit near Nareen? Maybe I can find some.
I wouldn't get your hopes up, but ask Magda by the cathedral. She knows the plants in the area. You might get lucky.
Oh, we just saw one, right? Can't we just go get it? This her?
Good morning, Mrs. Magda. Do you know if there's any glow fruit growing nearby? Miss June thought you might.
They used to grow by the lake, but I haven't seen one in ages.
The seed you planted for Wilhelm. It was glow fruit.
I'm sorry, dear. If you find one, let me know. They're beautiful, glowing purple and orange. And they only bloom every 10 years or so. Really lovely.
Thank you, Mrs. Magda. That's just what I need.
Alright, let's go get it, guys. We'll do a time jump, I'm assuming, so he'd go get it. Very cool mechanics, I like it.
There's the tree I planted, but the fruit is going to take forever to grow.
Then perhaps we should skip ahead. Or rather, I will.
Ugh. Can I talk to her? Probably not. It's weird how she fades in and out. Oh, she's a time mage, so I guess it makes sense.
Here it is! Now to bring it back to Crisbell.
You did it! It's not much, though.
It will have to do. Let us go see the apothecary.
I have glow fruit. Will one be enough?
That will do. Give me just a minute. Here you go. There's enough only for one dose, but it's free of charge.
Thank you. Well, I finally have the green leaf tonic.
I thought you'd be happier. What is it, Crisbell?
There's only enough to fix one house. What can I do?
Oh, take one to the future or past?
Ah, yes. Even with the crystals, there is only so much you can do to help. It appears you must make a decision.
Ooh, or make a decision.
How, Matthias? No matter what I choose, one of the houses will be ruined.
You are a time mage, Crisbell. Decisions such as this, they will not be uncommon.
Crisbell, what can I do for you, dear?
Maybe that for a second.
Sorry, it's nothing.
Want to go?
If you think of anything, let me know.
I want to see what this other dialogue option is. Oh, who's the other one? Oh, the house. I gotta save this guy, hers, but
Hello, Crisbell.
I don't know. Which one should I save? You know what? The greedy.
Oh, sorry. I should go.
The greedy mayor doesn't.
No worries, dear. You're always welcome here.
Sorry, Miss Miller. But the greedy mayor deserves it.
Crisbell, what can I do for you, dear?
It's your shop. It has an ash blight infection.
Ash blight? Why would you think that?
I overheard the carpenter talking. He thinks a number of buildings could be affected.
How awful. I remember my father telling me stories about ash blight. He said it came from a spore that grew near the farms, that it spread on the wind after the big fires. Well, no time to waste. We don't have much green leaf tonic, but perhaps I can find another solution. Thank you again, Crisbell.
You're welcome, June. I'm glad I was able to help someone.
Crisbell, look! Do you see how your actions have affected the future?
I suppose. But what about the Millers? Where will they live?
One problem at a time, little one. Remember, most of the town remains unchanged.
And we're no closer to finding out what happens to the orphanage.
We have more immediate issues to deal with. Look!
Smoke! The farms are on fire! That's what brought ash blight to Nareem the last time! We've gotta go!
Crisbell, wait!
Where are the farmlands? Over here, right? Pretty sure. No, they're all on fire. Oh, monsters.
It can't be too late. It can't be.
Crisbell, get out of here! It's goblins! They've torched the fields!
Run, girl. There's nothing you can do here.
I can help. Just let me.
Don't be foolish. Let the soldiers do their work. And pray that they're up to the task.
This farmer has no confidence in his soldiers.
He's right, Crisbel. The crystals won't be enough. Quickly, we must see Wilhelm again!
Back again? What is it now, Time Mage?
Goblins are attacking the farms. We've got to do something. Matthias said you could help.
Did he? He's right, I suppose. With your talent and my training, perhaps in a few years.
Years? The goblins are attacking now!
Patience. You're a Time Mage. Try to act like one. There's always the sword.
Ridiculous! The sword is much too powerful for a novice. The strain would be too much.
Enough. You asked for my help, Frog. The sword is the answer. If the girl is everything you believe, she may well survive.
Oh, whoa.
It doesn't matter. I'll do it.
That's right, Crisbel. You'll do it.
Very well. This should be interesting.
Ooh, interesting. There's the sword.
You've done it. More and more interesting.
The sword. So much power.
She's changed.
I can feel it moving through me.
And just in time! Quickly, Crisbel! The goblins!
But Mother Superior, my friends, I have to protect them.
Go. I'll look after them. Meet us at the cathedral. We'll be safe there. Now go!
Thank you, Wilhelm.
1 second, guys. Alright, let's go to the... Ooh. There we go.
They're trying to reach the town.
This is a real fight, Crisbel. Time to use your new skills! With the sword enhancing your powers, you should now be able to send your enemies to either the future or the past. Give it a try.
Interesting. What should I do? Interesting. Let's see. Alright. Oh, it doesn't give you a choice. If I send it to the future, is there any benefit to it? Let's try it. Ah, he's older, so he's weaker. I'm assuming he's weaker. Oh, okay, cool. Nice. He's still pretty tough. Oh, I didn't. There we go. Cool. Interesting. So you can send him to the... I'm assuming if I send him the past, though, he'd be a child, right? Okay, cool, cool. Interesting.
Who are you supposed to be?
Oh, there's Christopher.
Hello, my name is...
Tell me if we survive. You know how to fight?
Oh, it's the beginning.
Let us show him.
So now we know what led up to this event where we first started this demo. Ooh, let's try past. Ah, it's a kid, see? We gotta be careful here. Wow, that hits hard. Wow, you can do both those things. That's kind of cool. So we make these guys a little weaker. Ooh, I didn't defend enough. We're gonna have to heal, actually, guys. Alright, we deflected there. So we can defend even the background characters. Timing, I have to get real better with this. I like the mechanics of this game, guys. I do, and I think it's going to get much better as we go. Okay, we're going to deal... Yeah, they're still tough, even though they're... Well, it didn't quite. We're going to have to do items. Ooh, how can we select? There we go. Nice, good.
Not bad. I'm Christopher, by the way.
Crisbell.
Alright, I gotta get the timing a little bit better because ooh, break. Oh, so you can. See, do I have skills? No, I don't have skills yet. Nice, guys, nice.
There. That's two less of them. Been chasing those things since I left St. Clarity.
Ooh, I wonder what options we're gonna do for her.
We've got to stop them before they reach town.
And exactly how do you plan to do that?
Hold your ground! They won't get past us!
Look, Volcano! They broke our poor goblins! How adorable! Can we keep them?
Now, I didn't notice the shield they have above their head before either.
Gally, we've talked about this. No more pets until...
Till I stop murdering them! I know. I just want to play! Not my fault they're all so squishy.
Oh, and that's why we can't have nice things.
Ah, nice.
What's this? I feel stronger. Big mistake!
Oh.
Don't let your guard down. I don't trust this.
Are you kidding? Time to have fun!
Ah, see? It's not, they're not...
This is impossible!
We're missing something. I'll bring them back to the present. Hit them with your water.
Amateurs.
So this is what I was talking, by the way, guys, about interactions with the gameplay. You notice how I could press A to defend and take a bit of the damage off, do crit, stuff like that. Little interactions like that is where I was talking about how they haven't progressed Pokemon at all. Little things like that. Wouldn't it be awesome if you could make your Pokemon take less damage by timing? Like Grandia gameplays, just stuff like that is I think that they should really do with the series. It would just make it that much better. I mean, this is obviously minor, but you know, you get the gist of what I'm trying to say, guys. Like right there, see? Only 4 damage rather than 4 mana damage. Okay, we're gonna do skill water.
Perfect. Now to open the future crystal.
Oh, interesting. There's gonna be a lot of mechanics in here that, like they were saying in the video at the beginning of the tutorial or this demo I was showing you. It'd be very interesting to see the different ways of fighting and stuff in this game. This game's gonna be really good, guys. I can tell. At least I hope. We'll see when it comes out.
Clever!
this again. Have it your way.
Careful. They did something to our shield.
Some stupid rust. Who cares?
You'll care. Oh, didn't time it right.
Turn up the heat!
Nice. Boost of the time. When am I gonna get spells? Let's do fireball. Critical, baby. Got the timing on that one good. There we go. Not the first, but the second. Didn't get the second attack, see? My bad for timing. There we go, at least. Jeez. Well, we didn't do so good. We're gonna have to heal. You see, there's no indication of life there, right? We're gonna play it safe, guys. Wow, he's taking so much damage.
I'll kill them! Stupid little...
We're leaving.
Oh, why? But I want to...
Enough. The Empress will want to hear of this. Go.
Ah, fine.
We should get some good experience. Oh, maybe not that much.
Crispo? Is that you?
You did it! We can't thank you enough.
Anton, now do you see? Look what you've done.
What I've done? You think I brought these monsters to Narim?
I know this was your way of getting the farm. You wanted this land for your industrialization project. This was all you.
This will be re-recorded.
Everything I do is for the future of Narim. For your daughter's future. I would never put anyone at risk.
Sure, buddy. Sure, buddy.
Mayor Anton, if I may divert our focus, this was clearly set up by an unknown party. And on that topic, tell me, Crispo, where did you get that strange sword?
Miss Lana, this was a gift from Mr. Wilhelm and Matthias.
Oh? And who are these strangers you seem to know so well? What do they want with Narim?
She's gonna roll nosy, huh?
Is it possible? Did they set this up? And are you part of their scheme?
Miss Lana, no! We were just trying to help!
Enough! Guards! Seize her and the shielded fellow! We'll lock them up until we can extract a confession.
I have a feeling about this. She's helping the mayor, probably corrupting him because she's evil or kind of influence. I can kind of see where it might be going.
We have to go. Now!
To the cathedral. Wilhelm said he'd meet us there.
You made it. I knew you'd be able to wield that sword. Well done. And, as promised, your friends are all here. In fact, your Mother Superior...
Crisbel, is that you? Thank the lady.
Mother Superior, I'm so sorry.
Shh, dear. Your interesting new friend here has told us a great deal already.
Hold on, guys.
I won't claim to understand all of this, but you're safe. That's all that matters.
Safe? Maybe for now. The Empress won't stop with Narim.
The Empress?
The Empress of Time. A formidable foe and far beyond our current capabilities. And those idiots in town are too busy pointing fingers to see who saved their worthless skins.
Run from her if you want. I'll go myself if I...
Enough! Don't be stupid, boy. You'll need all the help you can get. Which means, I suppose, that I'll be going as well.
She's got a mage, some kind of tanky character.
Going? I can't leave. The orphanage. My family.
No harm will come to your sisters, dear. Not while I live.
But Mother Superior, it's not just that. Matthias, tell them. Matthias? Where did he go?
He's slippery, that one. Even for a frog. He'll turn up soon. Count on it. The soldiers will be here soon. Quickly, girl.
Fine. I'll go. But I'll return. I promise.
You better. Those roses still need pruning. Don't think I've forgotten. Now, get moving. Merciful Lady, watch over my Crisbel. Guide her, shield her, comfort her, for she has a long road ahead. And when she is finished, O great lady, take her gently in your arms and bear her home. Be safe, dear girl.
Thank you for playing. Very, very cool, guys. And about a 45, 50, maybe about an hour demo, just like they said in the video. Thank you for playing our announcement demo. We have an exciting road to launch in 2020, and it could really use your support along the way. So they have wish list. I have it on my wish to join the Discord. I'm probably going to join that. Major updates, feedback, etc., etc. Love the art, love the presentation, and I'm very surprised how much voice acting it has for an indie game. And yeah, you can see the Japanese influence, the dialogue, the style of presentation. It's definitely plays homage, or as they say, a love letter to Japanese RPGs. The art's not quite Japanese though, and I love that. It's influenced obviously by the anime, but it's not quite the same, and I like the unique take. Yeah, I think it's going to be a good game. The gameplay seems good, pretty solid. Obviously, it's very demo. They still haven't done a lot. I like the time mechanics. I like how by setting them in the past, they're weak. Some in the future, they could potentially be older. Actually, that one boss said they were stronger, but he did something in the present that when you sent them in the future, their shield had weakened because it was rusting. So very cool. Very cool, guys. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I was going to say episode. It is this podcast, and I'm not sure about next time. Jared will hopefully be back with Steven, or Steven will do a solo job. We don't know. We go by the fly sometimes. It depends on scheduling. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoy this, and we'll see you in the near future. Goodbye.